Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming tonight. Thank you for making this one of the most successful fundraisers in Delaware history. We are grateful to the Vice President for gracing us with his presence and his strong call to all of us. And my wife Annie and I, our family, we are grateful for your support that makes it possible for me to mount a strong candidacy for the open U.S. Senate seat here in Delaware. I'm running for the United States Senate because I am worried about our future. When my wife Annie and I look at Washington, when we listen to people up and down this state, we hear very real problems. We hear very real needs. We have an economy that is still too weak, where there are still far too many people without work. We have problems that have not yet been tackled and fixed. We have challenges ahead that I want to play a constructive role in facing for you. Whether it's transitioning us to a new economy that's based on clean alternative energy, whether it's investing in innovation that'll help a whole new generation of small businesses rise up and create good jobs for our community and for our families, or whether it's continuing to support law enforcement at home, making us safer day in and day out, and our troops overseas who risk their lives every day to create a safer, stronger, more stable world. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to be introducing someone who knows the things that I know, someone who's demonstrated in his service here in Delaware the values that all of us have been raised with and that he took to Washington when he was elected our Vice President in 2008. Both of us began our elected political careers in county government. And I'll tell you that when I first thought of running in 2010 for County Council President, then Senator Biden clapped me on the shoulder, leaned in close, as he does, and said, "Don't do it." He said to me, "Some people think I was a genius who saw the perfect opportunity back when I ran in 1972, and that may be true. But county government was also so bloody miserable, I was willing to do anything to get out." County government, in the 10 years that I've served you, has been a great opportunity to be part of a level of government that makes people safer and stronger, delivers more livable and healthier communities, and helps create jobs in partnership with business. It's been a great and challenging opportunity for my family and me to serve all of you. But now I believe I have an opportunity, a calling, to join the folks who are trying to move America forward. We were not sure whether the Vice President will be able to join us tonight. He was representing us in the Midwest, and there were very tough storms. But as they piloted their airplane through those tough storms and were diverted to land somewhere else, I was reminded of the task that they faced when President Obama and Vice President Biden took office just 18 months ago. The toughest storms, the cloudiest future to face our country since the storm clouds of war gathered over Europe at the beginning of the Second World War, since the storm clouds of the Great Depression darkened the future of America. These two men stood up and changed our course. They put us on a different path. They made very real and very hard decisions, whether for the stimulus or for health care, whether for the jobs bills or for the changes in Wall Street reform. All the things that they've done have been important steps forward. And while I may not always agree with them on absolutely everything, I agree with the direction they've taken, and I would be proud, with your support, to be able to join them in Washington as we move America forward. Two things about this Vice President, please. All of us here in Delaware know our Vice President, our Joe Biden. So in introducing him, I'll just mention two qualities. His family. This is a man who loves his family. And back in that 1972 race, it wasn't just one Biden, it was all in. It was every Biden, young and old, going up and down this state, going to picnics and parades, to festivals and coffees. And from that day forward, he has been rooted here in Delaware, connected to his family and of our state. And we have come to know him and love him and follow him and his family in that same long journey. So too, I'm blessed to have my family with me here today and to have their strong support in this campaign. And yesterday, in the 96-degree heat, I was pleased and proud to have my wife Annie and our children Michael, Jack, and Maggie enduring a wonderful Delaware summer afternoon as we went to Middletown and Odessa, as we did events here, a 5K at the riverfront and up in Wilmington. I am grateful for the support of my family, for my father, my stepmother, my mother, my brothers who are here, and my in-laws. We are grateful for their support. The other thing about Joe Biden that no one will ever forget, There may be people in politics who are likable. There may be someone I'm spending a lot of time with who's very likable, whose slogan is, "I like Mike." And it's good to have affable, likable people in politics. That's important. But Joe Biden is a fighter. You know where Joe Biden stands because he stands and fights. Whether it's to keep women safe through passing the Violence Against Women Act, whether it's to keep our environment safe, whether it's to give local law enforcement the resources they need, whether it's fighting for our troops overseas and at home. Folks, Joe Biden is a man who has stood and fought. And for that, people love him here and around our country. I would be honored to have your vote, your support, your help in continuing that tradition in Washington of representing Delaware, of standing and fighting for those who need someone to fight for them. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join me in welcoming and honoring our Vice President, our fighter, our Joe Biden.
Great job. Thank you all very much. Please sit down. Thank you. Thank you so much.